can be deployed as a senior researcher and get paid for it, not being given the right responsibility. You don't have experience for it, but you're getting paid for it, and that is okay.
It's wrong. It's very wrong.
Okay. Who must take accountability for that?
The municipality must take accountability for that. Because if I'm employed as a PA, then I'm moved to a new responsibility by the municipality when they do the restructuring. Because you've got two options there. It's either you go home, you become unemployed, or you do the job that they're required to do. Because you don't deploy yourself. In the municipality, they restructure, they deploy you to a new responsibility.
But you've got agency. So if I get told today somehow that moving
and Zwelo in his interview also highlighted that he complained formally.
Yeah, but he complained after so many years. He was happy to receive the salary of a senior researcher in that municipality. And then he wants to claim to us that, yeah, but I complained at the end of the day. He complained at the end. He wasn't complaining when he was appointed into that position. He still took the salary, even though he himself says, I wasn't even given any responsibility to do. So what was he being paid for then on a salary of a senior researcher?
But I'm saying that it's wrong that you are appointed as a PA, then later on moved to a responsibility of a senior researcher, then not given a full responsibility on the work that you're doing. You write emails and letters say that, but why are you not giving me the work that I'm supposed to be doing? If I'm a researcher, why are you not giving me work of research that I'm supposed to be doing? Now, I'm saying a young man has been penalized for something that he's not
a young man, Colin. He's an adult.
At that time of his
was he 12 years old at the time?
No, not 12 years old, but
so
look.
He was a responsible man who decided to allow an irregular. If they appoint me here at the SABC and say, become an editor, and I receive a salary of some group executive for news, and yet I'm just a host here on the station, I'm not going to take that because that is immoral. That is wrong. I have agency as an adult to say no to that. To make it worse, this Treasurer General goes and puts it on his CV and says, I worked as a senior researcher. That's a lie, because he knows that even though he was appointed like that, not given responsibilities, paid for doing nothing, he still wants to claim it on his CV. That is irresponsible.
But on the structure, if you are moved to a senior researcher, it would be dishonest to write, for him to write that he was never moved into a structure. Because if on a reference of a CV, you say you are deployed as a senior researcher, your payslip says a senior researcher. That is where you are deployed as a senior researcher. Now, you can't go to a CV and not write it. That is not disclosing.
Okay, then at the very least, when you disclose it on your CV, you have to say that I didn't do any job of a senior researcher. Because that is a lie. For you to just put it like that and leave it open-handed, that is wrong. And my worry is that you are taking responsibility from a man who's an adult, who has agency, and you're trying to claim that he's a victim here. The municipality must take accountability. But Zwelo is not a child. He's an adult. And he took the wrong decision. Why can't you, as leaders, say, here, my brother, you were wrong, and let's take corrective measures to fix that?
Look, I'm saying that he was deployed as a PA. Now, if he was moved from another responsibility, maybe at that time he should have rejected the responsibility, but it would be wrong of him not to disclose it and say that I was in this responsibility of a senior researcher.
You accept he should have rejected that. It's not responsible to accept a responsibility you're not being paid for. You're receiving a salary of a senior researcher when someone could be appointed to do that job. You're getting paid for not even doing that job. Is that correct?
No, it's not correct to be paid for a work that not being paid.
So why didn't he reject it?
He was employed.
Why didn't he reject it when he was moved to a position that he's not responsible for?
But I'm saying that in the political offices, I don't know if you have worked in a political office. In a political office, if you are deployed, then they move you around. It's a political deployment. Now, what he did, he complained that the responsibility
after 2 years,
you have not been assisting.
He's been receiving a salary. Why must we take that complaint seriously? If you get appointed now,
but according to his response, is that he complained immediately and was removed.